every Monday night.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children.
Every Monday night?
Or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Every Monday night.
And every Monday night.
Then we have a super sound DJ.
Sean Cook.
Good people, it is my pleasure to present to you...
Sean Cook.
the one and only...
Sean Cook.
Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. Hello, 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 welcome to the show.
So let's have fun.
Now, for those of you watching in black and white, this one is in Technicolor.
Stand by for action.
Oh, Sean Cook.
And a very good evening. Welcome along. Nice to be back on the airwaves. Feeling loads better. Thank you very much for all of your lovely messages. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there. Anyway, I'd like to say hello to my friend who's joined us this evening here at the studio, Sid the Spider. No, it's actually Boris the Spider. Yes, I've got a Boris in here. Not for long. Anyway, how was your weekend? Hopefully it was lovely. We've been having some fine weather, haven't we? Well, it's about blooming time. It's almost summer, come on! Anyway, great show this evening, if I may say so myself. It'd be less of me, more music. But we've got not one, but two very, very special, important people coming. So first of all, we got Paul Phillips. And looking forward to a good chat with Paul. And he's got something of a surprise to let us have to play. So I'm looking forward to that. And then later on in the next hour, we got the front man from the Soniks. Looking forward to talking with Mark McClaran, and also he's got a new release as well. And he's going to have a little chinwag with me as well. So not one but two very special guests. Okay, we usually do this about 20 past, but I was waiting for my assistant, who was lounged out on the trampoline, weren't you, Ruby?
Yes.
Okay, hello Ruby, how are you?
Good.
What have you been up to today at school then?
I did swimming.
Wow, did you get wet?
Yeah.
Great. And you're here today to help me do the birthdays, aren't you? So shall we crack on then? Because there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Okay then. Right. First up then we've got...
Cher.
And that's Cher, as in the singer Cher. And she was also in a film. What was the film?
Mamma Mia.
Wow. Okay, and next up we've got...
Busta Rhymes.
I'm sure that's not his real name, but his birthday is today. Happy birthday to you. We've also got...
Matt Terry.
And he's a pop singer, apparently, so happy birthday to you, Matt. And we've also got...
Mary Pope Osborne.
And who's Mary Pope?
A children's author.
And the very late and the very great...
James Stewart.
Who would have been having his birthday today if he was still with us. Okay, just a couple more of the celebs then. We've got...
Jack Gleason.
And Jack is...
A TV actor.
Yes, he is. And you know, I think that's all we've got on the celebs that we possibly will know. So shall we do these ones then, shall we, Ruby, from Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll mention your ages. If it's in there, we're going to mention it. Okay, so we're going to start off then with...
Paul Bettworth.
How old is Paul?
29.
Happy birthday, Paul. Next up, we've got...
Jason Robinson.
And how old is Jason Robinson?
50.
Wow. And next up, we've got...
Paul Dolan.
How old's Paul?
40.
Happy birthday. And next up then, we've got...
Heather Davies.
Okay, and she's not put her age on. She knows better. Okay, next up...
David Harris.
And he knows not to put his birthday on. Okay, happy birthday to you guys. And a couple more of them.
David Finch.
How old's David?
51.
Happy birthday to you, David. And a couple more then.
Rick
Mao Choi, I think it is. Okay, Rick. How old's Rick?
51.
Happy birthday to you, Rick. And we've got just one more a human being that we're going to celebrate a birthday this evening, and this is...
Tanya Wilson.
And how old is my sister, your auntie?
36.
Wow! Happy birthday, little sister. And big auntie, isn't she?
Yeah.
And you know, it was 43 years ago today that the Jam released their very first single. Do you know what it was?
In the City.
How did you know that? Hello. Hello. Would that be a Mr. Mark McClaran?
Hi, Sean. How you doing?
I'm not too bad. Speak up a little bit if you can.
Yeah, can you hear me a bit better now?
I can indeed. There he is, Mark McClaran of the Soniks. He was quiet last time, if I remember rightly.
It's this bloody Bluetooth headphones, you can't get your head round it.
You can't,
All
no.
this newfangled technology, Sean. It's not easy.
No, it's not, and you're very loud now. There we go, I'll turn you down just a tad. You're much better now. That is much better. We can hear you now, and that is
Well, ask me where I am.
Okay, I'm going to ask you now, where are you?
I was in a boozer in Brummie, but I've just walked outside the boozer, so that's obviously the technological advancement that's made the difference.
Perfect, absolutely. No cords to hold you back. Excellent. No. What are you doing in the boozer, apart from the obvious?
It's one of those Ember Inns, so I haven't eaten here.
Are you having something to eat? Oh, my goodness.
I haven't bothered eating here, no.
No, you haven't. Okay, you're just having a quickie on the way home, are you?
No, I'm up here on a Tai Chi course, Sean. You won't believe it. Yeah, I'm trying to find my inner mod.
I asked for that, didn't I, really? I really did ask for that one. Oh, my goodness me.
Terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Go on.
I've been listening to your show.
Thank you.
And that David Ansel Collins, I just had to push the headphones a bit further in to get that bass line coming through.
Oh, yes, absolutely, yeah. I'll remember to turn the bass on next time.
Sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Well, it's better than the other song that I started to play, which didn't work. Goodness me. How dare they send me a load of hiss? That's not on, is it?
Was that a CD glitch? Or
no, it was an actual MP3 glitch.
Oh, MP3 glitch.
I will be speaking to Andy Topwalker, who sent me that. Thank you very much indeed.
That's it.
I'll blame someone else.
That's the old MP3 file that looks like it's actually there, but actually when you try and open it, it's not. There's nothing there at all.
It's just complete static. Now, obviously, not static from where we're here. You've sent me through a brand new song. We'll get straight to it then. And this one, okay, I'm just going to get all the bits and pieces up now for it. Now, this one is called Suburban Hymn. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, right. It is.
Tell us a little bit about it and how did you get the name and, just tell us all about it.
Well, actually, I had a working title for this for quite a long time and I sort of thought, I can't keep calling songs, we had songs that sort of, the names of other songs that were kink songs mainly, so it was like Well Respected Man. This song was called Well Respected Man for quite a while. Okay. And I thought, there is another song called Well Respected Man and that's pretty good as well. So, yeah, I thought, no, call it Suburban Hymn. It's a bit of a sort of cautionary tale. The general gist of it is basically seize life and do what you want to do.
Okay.
It's kind of like it's actually written from the perspective of a guy, but it could be written from the perspective of anybody who gets stuck. People get stuck in situations that they maybe kind of should have got out of, let's say.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Brilliant, lovely.
So,
and how long
not quite such a heavy subject matter as State of Mind.
No, indeed. And obviously the State of Mind, which is a fantastic track, to be fair, and I do play that quite often. And obviously we do mention, it's all for charity. And just remind everyone what the charity's about, please.
Oh, for State of Mind,
State of Mind,
Mind. I know. I mean, it's amazing actually. Since even just since we released that, it just seems to be so much stuff coming out about mental health. And finally, it seems that sort of like people are actually beginning to sort of really switch on to it. I think even didn't Prince Harry or Prince they're all getting involved now.
They are, yeah.
Yeah. Some heavyweight people getting behind it, and it's and rightly so, I think, because
absolutely, yeah.
it's such a connection between the physical health and the mental health. So, it's for mind, and unfortunately, it's only purely that, as you probably know, the digital revenue stream is not exactly fast in delivering.
No, there is sort of a snail's trail when it comes to that side of things, but every single penny helps out there, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's getting there. It's getting there. When it does get there, obviously, that's all going to mind. So, we still feel great about that. It's really proud of that single,
and we are as well playing it. It's a really lovely feeling. It's a feel-good sort of song as well. But the most important part of it is the actual the oomph behind it, what you're actually doing it for. So that is fantastic, and I endure everyone go out there and download it. What is it? 79p, 99p, whatever it is. Just do it.
I mean, or just download it, stream it, whatever. You get not very much for a stream, but just keep streaming it then. If you're not going to download it, just keep streaming it.
I'll just download it for goodness sake. At the end of the day, what are you going to get for 99p these days? You don't even get a Mars bar for that in the garage these days, for goodness sake. Come on.
And there's your little donation right there, so that's good.
Absolutely. You don't want that Mars bar. You really don't want that Mars bar. You want to download it. No, you don't need it. Not anymore. You've got to watch that waistline. You won't fit into your Levi 501s otherwise. So there we are. Right, okay, so that's state of mind. So let's go back to the brand new song then. Now, when's it due to be released?
That's coming out on the 1st of June. It's been delivered to all the platforms already, actually, because got on a pre-release.
Yes.
So they're all ready to go on a release on 1st of June.
Fantastic.
And the video will also be released 1st of June. That will be YouTube, but it will also be out on iTunes as well, and some other platform that escapes me now, but I'm going through a different distributor this time around, so we hopefully get a lot more platforms out there. So
yeah, indeed, that is the hardest part now. I mean, obviously with this social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the other sort of major players out there, it is still very, very difficult to get recognised because there's so many people out there doing it.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Sean, as you know, not only are there so many people doing it, there's so many people doing it, and they're doing it bloody well. There's so much stuff out there, and a lot of it is, not all of it's good, of course, but a lot of it is good. There's so much good music out there, and and it's kind of the competition is just huge to sort of get noticed in any way at all. Yeah,
I know myself, and it's funny when you go onto Facebook and stuff like that. Hello, what's that? Wow, what's that, bomber?
I think that was somebody trying to message me or something. And was...
Goodness me! I thought the roof was coming in.
That's a WhatsApp message coming through.
Wow! There we go. How dare they? While we're on the phone, on live on air. For goodness' sake!
You should have sampled that. Yeah.
I should have. I can. I'm recording this. It's great. We'll sample that for a later date. In fact, it could be on your new single when we release that in April next year. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm looking forward to playing this. I have heard it once already, and I'm immediately hooked. And today it's been it's been a real good show actually so far because we've played a lot of different sort of genres of music, but they've all been near enough all been brand new and sort of solely for Target Radio as well, which has been absolutely brilliant.
What was the keep on keeping on? That was fantastic. You said, I remember you played that. You said that's a grower. I thought, blimey, it doesn't need to grow on me. That's straight away. That was the keep on keeping on that you played.
Well, I've played it twice now, and the second time I thought, I'm already knowing the words to it, and I'm humming I'm humming the tune, I'm sort of tapping my toe and thinking, well, it is growing on me. That's why I said it, because it is one of those growers, for me, it's sort of a very quick grower as well, a bit like watercress,
just doesn't mess up your carpet.
That's the one, and my apologies to Dennis Greaves, your songs are nothing like watercress, honestly. I was actually speaking with Dennis Greaves via email a few weeks ago, and I've actually asked him to come on the show, but I know he's busy at the moment, touring and doing lots and lots of stuff, and obviously getting this track out, getting the EP out now and releasing it, but hopefully we'll have Dennis Greaves on, hopefully before the end of the year. That'll be a plus for us here at Target Radio, so we're looking forward to getting him on. But obviously I never shy away. I mean, obviously he's a big star and a big player in the music field, however, I think you all are. Personally, I think you all have a good contribution to music. And I said this last time when I spoke to yourself live on the radio, that I always say, look, get out there. and support your local and not so local bands. Because, you go out there, you enjoy doing what you're doing, but it's better when you've got an audience. And a big audience sometimes is great. A smaller audience is nice. But get out there either way and be part of that audience.
Yeah. I mean, and I think the scene, certainly sort of around where we are, it's very sort of very good scene. There are loads of bands, great cover bands, people doing mixtures of both, originals bands, and it's really healthy. In fact, I mean, in one way, it's in one way for the bands, it's a bad thing that there's a lot of competition for gigs, and,
of course,
and getting the right places and all the rest of it. But for music, as an entity, that's got to be good. It's like sort of, it's great because not only have you got a great choice of bands to go to, but it's keeping them all on their toes because they're having to be good to get into the venues.
Well, yeah.
So that's even better,
Well, absolutely. And obviously doing what you're doing now, and obviously using as many radio platforms and obviously, as I said before, the social media platforms to get your music heard and out there is, a win-win for you guys. You're obviously doing it because of the love of the music, because musicians now are not rich musicians. They're not of the days of the 60s, 70s and 80s where they made a packet, Phil Collins, and, all of those great people out there. It's a very cutthroat business out there and very dog-eat-dog. You're not there for the money no more. You're there for the passion. Yeah.
And, I mean, it's all about the passion. I mean, we had a great time doing this one. It was great fun doing it. We worked with the same producers we did last time. Yeah. And a different approach. Yes. It's a different sort of, as you can tell from hearing it. It's like, I mean, whereas I guess probably sort of summing this one up, kind of, whereas State of Mind was sort of, I guess, it was a bit of a garagey sort of 60s feel. Yeah. With a hint of sort of Motown in there. But this one, as you can tell from hearing it, we've kind of chucked. I think we kind of said, like, let's just get every little bit of British influence here. Yes. From the Kinks through to almost like to the Arctic Monkeys, and we'll through Blur, and we'll stick it all in there. And there's a melting pot.
I'll be honest with you now. If you love your Britpop, you're going to love this track, because that is exactly what. When I first heard it, and like I said, I've only heard it once, to be fair, and I thought straight away, there's such a Britpop sort of feel going through the whole veins of this song. And I thought, it's blooming marvellous, this is. And obviously you've kept that sort of 60s sort of riff in there as well, which I quite enjoy. And, like you say, it's a good combination, I think, you've got there. So if you like your 60s and you like your 90s, you're going to love this track. And I'm going to play that very shortly now. So how long did it take you to write this?
That track's actually been kicking about for quite a while. I've had that track, kind of in my little suitcase of songs. I've had that for about 4 or 5 years, actually.
Oh, right, excellent.
Sort of like, in its kind of basic form. And I used to kind of, mate of mine as a bass player, he used to sort of come around with kind of, I'd go through it. I say, this is a bit different. Go through this one. What do you think of this? He'd go, yeah, I like it. And we sort of play through it and go like, oh yeah, I want to develop that at some point. Kind of got put on the back burner, and then we've got a new bassist in now. So we've finally got hopefully what is our settled lineup. So that was a bit of a hiccup, which is why, I was hoping to get the next single out fairly quickly, sort of after State of Mind. Yeah. And it got sort of derailed because of getting the settled lineup. Now we've got Paul Hubbard. He's also a local guy, Basildon sort of area, and he's come in, and now hopefully we've got the right lineup. Ooh. And so once he came in, I was going like, okay, these are the ideas. These are the two that I've got that I'm thinking about for the next single. And kind of went in the studio, sort of bashed it out, and then sort of said, well, yeah, I think we'll go with that one, in fact, we recorded a couple, so we got the next one lined up as well, really. So,
teaser.
Yeah, we got that on the almost ready to go, I think. But yeah, so we sort of decided we'd go with this one, and it was great. We sort of went in, and the main thing is, I think, I really sort of believe in that once you've got the right lineup, the chemistry in a band affects the music so much.
Of course, yeah, absolutely,
Especially when you're recording, actually, because you kind of you've got to kind of go in there and have that not only you've got to go in and record a decent track, but it's got to be fun. And if you go in there and you sort of have a good day in the studio and you have a bit of a laugh recording it, then you're going to hopefully that comes through on the record, you know. So and you know, I think now hopefully we've got that, and I hope that comes through in this track.
Well, do you know, I think that works well in anything that you do. If you're doing it with a smile on your face, for me, for instance, when I'm doing a radio show, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. You know, you can hear that in my voice. I generally, now I'm going to take this from a really well-known DJ called Tony Blackburn. Now, some people absolutely love him. Some people absolutely think, oh, he's Mr. Cheese or whatever. But, you know, let's face facts. He's been there forever. You know, he's been there since God was a boy. When, you know, radio was first invented, I think Tony Blackburn was there pressing buttons and knobs. But he's still there. Now, he said right at the beginning, to make a good DJ, you got, A, enjoy doing what you do. B, you got to imagine that you're sitting there talking to absolutely no one. Well, that's quite easy for me because I can sit there and talk to the fly that's flying around in my studio at the moment. And I've also got
the spider.
And we've got Boris the spider who's hanging upside down just above my head. Which
kick him out.
He's all right. He's okay. He's still got all 8 legs at the moment. No, for all the spider lovers out there, I promise I'm going to leave him.
He's not trying to take over, is he?
No, he might do. You know, he might have his hands on my bits and pieces later. You never know.
He wants your job.
I think he can have it. I'll tell you what, if he starts coming down, I'm gone. All right, I'm petrified of spiders, actually. But no, what you're basically saying to listeners, if you enjoy doing what you do, it does shine through your work. You know, it's simple as. And when I hear your music, I always think to myself, great stuff. I love the presentation. I just love the music. It flows nicely. There's no sort of, it all flows through really well. And with this track, Mark, I'll be honest with you now, like I said before, it's got that 60s feel with that 90s sort of feel through it as well, which I really think is quite clever.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know, funnily enough, it wasn't really, I guess, what we set out to do as such. But it's always the way in a studio. Obviously, you're going to go into the studio, and then when you come to sort of your mix down time, you're going to think, right, okay, so here we are. This is, right. And now I'm kind of seeing what's coming together out of this. And then we sort of looked at it and thought, okay. And then what we do is we have I don't want to give away all our secrets.
No, don't give anything away.
But what we do is we'll look at a track, and when we decide, Dan at Honeywood, he's same guys I work with, State of Mind. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll look at the track, and then we'll kind of think, okay, now how will we mix this? Because what we want to do is mix this with the sort of feel of the kind of record that it is.
Yes.
So obviously there's no point in going in and saying like, okay, I'm going to, there's a track, okay, like just master this, compress the shit out of it, and there you go, there's your radio track. Yeah. Because you then just end up with nothing, as we spoke about last time, didn't we?
Absolutely.
And so what we do is like match it in, and we have sort of little techniques of doing that, which I think hopefully, that's when we sort of looked at it and thought, actually, this has got that. Yeah, it's got a real sort of, almost like you've got, as you say, you've gone from almost from the 60s to the 90s in one song.
Absolutely. And that is exactly what this track is all about. And I think we've teased our audience enough now. So, Mark, how do we get hold of you, my friend?
We're on everything online. So it's basically everything is at the Soniks UK. So we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all at the Soniks UK.
That is absolutely
so come on and be friends with us and interact with us, and anybody messages me, we'll always get back to them. Message everybody. We're really sort of grateful for everybody that's coming along.
That's
and
brilliant.
we've also got we've got Evoke Festival coming up, which is something that's going to be great, hopefully. So that's a big one for us. In fact, Paul Hubbard, the bass player, I think he joined on one day and was told he was playing Evoke the next day.
Oh no, that is fantastic though. And just before you go,
that was a nice introduction to the band.
Indeed. And just before you go, I know you want to say hello to all of the band there, so go on, take it away and tell us which one is which, what do they do. So we've got Paul Hubbard on the bass. Hello.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was saying hello to
Paul.
Paul.
We got Paul. All right, I'm sorry. I thought I've gone again. You got Paul Hubbard on bass. Well, it was just a three-piece. In fact, we got Paul Campbell our man on drums,
Yep.
and myself, and then we on this one there are keyboards on this which I did myself. But I mean, listening to I'd love to have that Hammond player that you were playing earlier on, but I'm not sure I could afford him. So I did all the keyboards on this myself. So
man of many talents.
We're just a 3-piece. Yeah.
Not just a 3-piece, but a great 3-piece. Let's be honest. Come on. Because the amount of music that you produce there, you would think that you've got more in the band than what you have, which is a very clever trick that what you do in the studio, obviously, and what you recreate when you're out on the road as well. So that is brilliant.
Yeah.
I actually thought you were a 4-piece, but there you are. See,
No.
I don't know everything, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I very rarely know anything. But but what I do know, Paul, is this is a fantastic song. I'm going to play it right now, and I'm going to give you the opportunity now to cut your teeth in the radio DJs. What we do here, me and Boris are listening, and we want you now to introduce your track. And I'd just like to say once again, thanks for jumping on again, and we'll look forward to your next track, which obviously is right round the corner by the sound of things.
Won't be too far away. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sean.
Right, okay, in your best DJ voice then.
In my best DJ voice, here we go. Thanks everybody, and this is the new single from the Soniks. It's called Suburban Hymn.
Brilliant. Couldn't have done it better myself. And Boris said that as well.
Thank
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.